Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to do the second video for our lyric analysis series. Specifically, we are starting with Fate. So a big lore video that I am still thinking about doing in the future is called Fate, and it's going to be about the connection between Enhypen, Anteam, and Suha. So hopefully we'll see. So I decided to, in order to do that I want to kind of go through Dark Blood and Orange Blood, as I feel like both of those albums kind of encapsulates that story pretty well. I don't know if that's correct. Encapsulates, don't say very often. But I feel like that it covers the story pretty well, and it's probably could even hint at something we might see in the future. So to start, I wanted to do Fate, and then we'll move on through the songs in the album, and then same thing with Orange Blood. And then after that, we'll also be going through some of Anteam's lyrics as well, to kind of cover through some of the things we've talked about in our previous lore videos. And kind of just remind me, but also us, just kind of like the story that is happening. So yeah, I absolutely love Fate. Honestly, a lot, all of Enhypen's lore videos or lyric videos, all of Enhypen's lyric videos just like hit so well. Also, like the ones that actually have like video, like lyric videos, like not this, but like the official ones. So good. And also, like, I'm pretty sure hints at so many things. Like, I think I'm gonna, like, not rant. I'm gonna babble for a moment. But I'm pretty sure one of the intros might have been, like, for Why Now? Is that an intro? Was that an outro? I don't remember. But one of the intros or outros for one of Enhypen's previous albums had stuff that I'm pretty sure also hinted at Anteam stuff, which they do quite frequently. But, even more so recently, I didn't notice it until like yesterday. So anyways, I'm excited to get started on this. Obviously, these kind of videos aren't for everyone. This is just me kind of freaking out and getting excited about lore, and I love sharing my thoughts and everything, so that's what this video is for. So if you're not interested, that's okay. Thanks for coming. And yeah, let's check out the lyrics and just kind of see what we can read. I haven't really sat down and looked at the lyrics for Fate. I think if I did, it's very briefly. So I'm excited to kind of really sink into it. Let's get started.
절대적인 힘, 그 힘을 원해 달렸다. 비록 태양이 눈을 멀게 할지언정 약속된 그곳에 닿기 위해 우리의 미래를 완성하기 위해.
So here on absolute strength, I ran for the strength that I want.
그 힘을 원해 달렸다.
In the sun will blind
태양이
me.
눈을 멀게 할지언정
In the place that I have
약속된
promised
그곳에
to
닿기
reach
위해
for the
우리의
sake of the
미래를.
completion of our future. I like this a lot. So if you know Hybe, at least in terms of just like the lyric writing for Enhypen and Anteam, is that they try to reflect it to their story. You can kind of see that here as well. So I think partially you can kind of read it as they ran towards the strength to become who they are, to get as far as they are now, even though they might be like blinded by the brightness of it, brightness of the future. They promise to like reach these dreams and get to this future, and I think that's really cool to kind of see that reflected here in the lyrics. I think if you're thinking of it in terms of lore, vampires, absolute strength, I ran for the strength that I want. The sun here is kind of possibly reflecting Suha, the representation of Enjin.
태양이 눈을 멀게 할지언정 약속된 그곳에 닿기 위해 우리의 미래를 완성하기 위해.
So to reach that future that we promised to have together kind of thing. I'll protect you. I like that it's Jay that says this, because he's the one with the strength. Believe in me, you give me strength. The moment you bit me. Here, it's also reflective of their lore, because her biting them gave them the strength, and if you read their webtoon, her biting them also took the strength away. I don't think she actually ever bit them in the webtoon story, but she did like give them the power that they have now, she created them into vampires. Now, if you think of it in terms of the short films that they had, which one was it? Bite Me, I think. Was it called Bite Me? There was a different name for it. Was it just Dark Blood concept trailer? The Dark Blood concept trailer and the Orange Blood concept trailer, basically the short films. It's really cool because they have become these vampires, and she kind of gives them this power, and kind of like they said, they become a part of her, but they also become a part of each other, so they're connected to each other. And when she bites them in that short film, she takes that power away. And that's how they die, I guess you can say. However, as the season seemingly shatters into green. Shatters. Interesting. Love turns to greed. I became on my own. I erased my selfishness. That includes you. I was locked inside a ruin that's like a deep sea. I think this kind of reminds me of the carnival. In the carnival, when they drink the blood, they kind of get addicted to the power of becoming a vampire. They get addicted to the carnival, so to say, right? I'm referencing the lyrics to Drunk Dazed, I think it is. They become addicted to it and they can't escape it. And I think this is also the lyrics you can see in not Blessed Cursed, Team Dashed. So here, kind of saying, love turns to greed. I became on my own. I erased my selfishness. That includes you. I was locked inside a ruin that's like a deep sea. So to me, like, locked inside a ruin that's like a deep sea is kind of like it's saying, I just imagine them in this like deep hole, unable to escape, or like a deep sea, as you kind of mentioned. And it's this like, you're kind of like drowned by this feeling, drowned by this like addiction, I guess you can say. Drowned by this like power. Locked inside a ruin that's like a deep sea, and they can't escape it, which they do talk about a lot. So that in that they forget about her, they forget about they forget about Suha. Erase my selfishness. That includes you. Interesting. Oblivion. Oh, I love that. Oblivion, where did that dreadful curse come from? And Oblivion, I love that. I love Oblivion is like a word that they reference in the Dark Blood Bite Me concept trailer thing that they had. It's like one of their keywords. And I think we compared, I don't know if I talked about it. I think I talked about it in my reaction video for Sacrifice, maybe. The river, there's like a specific like water that when you enter it, and this is in mythology, it like erases your memories, I want to say. Kind of to compare it to another thing like Harry Potter, obliviate your memories are in oblivion, or Kingdom Hearts. Representing Kingdom Hearts here unintentionally, was not planning to talk about it. But there is a Keyblade called Oblivion, and that specific Keyblade is it? I'm pretty sure Oblivion is owned. Don't quote me on this. by Roxas. Yeah. Oblivion is Roxas's Keyblade. Ooh. I'm gonna feel really like a fake fan if someone corrects me on this, because it's been a while. We'll just say it's been a while since I played Kingdom Hearts and dove into that lore. But I'm pretty sure that's his Keyblade. And basically it's like this, again, kind of this forgetfulness, right? So here, when it says Oblivion, where did that dreadful curse come from? It's almost like they have forgotten how they gained their power, how they became who they are, how this all started. Not necessarily reflecting their real life lore here, but definitely reflecting their in story. Who did the cold-blooded punishment? It is now I have come to a realization. Ooh, I feel like I'm reading a book right now. The fate that I devoted my mortality to. Was it saying, how could you have forgotten? Oh, I love it! Ah! My brain. When I do things like this, it goes like... It's like gears just starting to like turn very quickly and my I can't keep up. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I love doing stuff like this. It's so fun. Who did the cold-blooded punishment? So again, they can't remember this. It is now I have come to realization. I've just now realized that the fate that I devoted my mortality to, my choice, was it saying, how could you have forgotten? To me, there's a couple of things this could be. It kind of reminds me, again, I don't know a lot about TXT lore. I know a little bit. But what I do know is that there is something similar within their lore where they have forgotten their names, they can't remember it. I don't know the exact details of that and how that goes. I just know that that's part of their story. And it's been a while since I've watched it, but like, by like making this wish, I guess you can say, they have forgotten their original name, and I can't remember if remembering it does anything, but that's what this kind of reminds me of. And not to say that the cat is involved, because we haven't seen the cat anywhere in Enhypen or Anteam's story. But it does remind me of that cat, because so the cat that I'm referencing here is the two-eyed cat. What is it? There's another name for it. We have a different name for it. I can't remember it right now. The different colored eyed. I don't remember how we called it. The cat with heterochromia has like one blue, one green eye. It's in BTS's story. It's in TXT's story. It's a big part of their lore. Basically, what happens is the cat is able to grant your wish, but it comes at a cost. And I talk about it in my connections video. Just this like being that it's this being that's able to grant your wish, give you some sort of power, but it always has a price. And for BTS, we kind of talked about what that was. And for TXT, we know what that is. For Enhypen, we haven't seen this cat, but we talked about how their wish was like this power over time, basically becoming lords of time, vampires, right? And by doing so, they kind of lose who they once were. That could be the price. There's other things that could have been the cost. I think I mentioned it in my previous videos as well. I can't remember exactly what I had said, but yeah, so like this curse could be this wish that they had made. This cold-blooded punishment is the person or the thing that had caused it. For me, I was just kind of saying like the Magic Island / the Carnival is the one that granted the wish here. Because we haven't seen the cat, and the carnival is a big part of their lore. The fate that I devoted my mortality to, was it saying, how could you have forgotten? So it's, in a sense, it's kind of saying, like, why did you yeah, why did you forget me, or how did you forget who you were? I feel like it could be saying.
힘을 바쳤던 운명을 어떻게 잊을 수 있었단 말인가. 징표는 오직 너에게만 반응해 붉게 빛나고 내게 간청했던 그 한마디는 어둠을 걷어내는 어둠을
The token only works
있었단 말인가. 너에게만 반응해
to you. It shines bright red. Red just kind of makes me think of blood. So like it could be saying that this benefits that person. Suha may be the one word that I had pled to you for, that I promised for you. It rises like the sun that moves the darkness. Whoa. It rises like the sun that creates shadow. I kind of like that. That's really nice. The phrasing is really cool. The imagery is really nice. It rises like the sun that moves the darkness. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I like that a lot. Here it's kind of saying they gave away their mortality, right? They made this wish, sounding like it could be for Suha, or for this. I'm assuming it's Suha. We're just gonna say Suha, but yeah, it rises like the sun that moves the darkness. They pled themselves for her. The one word that I had pled to you for. The one promise, probably. Rises like I grip the fate in my hand again. While I feel the strength flowing inside me like blood, at last I'm calling out for you sincerely.
이제는 절대 잊지 않을 것이다. 모든 것은 너에게로부터 받은 권능이었고.
Okay, so here it's like they're realizing that the reason they made this wish, the reason why they became this was for her, was for Enjin, I guess you can say, right? They did this for her, and they're just kind of emphasizing that. And now that they realize it, it's something that they won't ever forget. Everything came from you first. I came from you. Who I am is from you. The glory I received, the power that I have. And that what I have now will go back to you, which we do kind of see in the Dark Blood content. Oh, so good! I'm sorry, I had a jam. I couldn't not play that. It's so good. Okay, we're going back. The love wrapped in blood, it is now getting erased by pride. It's over. So the love wrapped in blood, it's basically saying the promise, right? The heart. It kind of sounds like a heart to me. It's now getting erased by pride, which is interesting. Because I lost everything, I became a monster that can't die. Because I lost who I was, I became someone who can't die. Something that can't die. But now I know what I should do. So good! Ooh, so good. I love this song. Following this promise, following, and when they say fate, it's basically saying no matter what universe this was meant to happen, and I will follow it no matter what. Like, in every universe, I will dedicate myself to you. I will do the same thing. I won't hesitate to follow this promise. Oh, it's so good. I go as I am. I go as I am. It's my fate. I follow the token of blood. At the end of the road, I dedicate myself to you. It's so good. Ugh. Oh, fate. 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 It's so good. I love it. I love it a lot. Okay. So, we got to go through it a little bit. I got to share some thoughts here and there. Basically, the song is just kind of saying, I feel like they had once forgotten who they were, how they became who they became. But now that they realize that it's for her, for Suha, they won't forget it, and they'll continue to choose this path. And for me, I kind of imagine, which you kind of see in their Japanese version of the album, that like red string of fate, right? So I kind of imagine them walking along this red string. You actually kind of see it in, I think, which concept was it? Half Full, in the new version, I believe, of their album. You kind of see to me, it feels like it's a red path. So they continue to follow it, and they continue to choose that path no matter what universe, is kind of what I'm getting from this song. Yeah. So while the other, if we kind of like go back through their journey, they became vampires, etc. They fell into this carnival. They fell into this addiction. That they fell into that sea of oblivion, not realizing how they got there. Just addicted to who they were and the power that they gained. And now that they realize it and they remember who she is and what they mean to her, or what she means to them, they'll still continue to choose this path. I love it. I love the lore. It's so good. Anyways, that's all for Fate. That was really good. I'm kind of doing this because I want to prepare myself for the video that I'm planning on making. Like, the more I've been trying to like refresh myself on the lore that I've been talking about through my videos, so that way I can kind of plan out what I want to do next, and what I want to talk about next. And this was kind of one that I had planned on for a long time, probably since maybe the summer, if not a little bit before that. I feel like I didn't get to do that just because what was happening. I think I worked on other videos and stuff. I think the comebacks had happened, and I worked on like firework and things like that. And I think that also really made me want to do a video for it. But now that we're here, now that we've got a bit of a break, I feel like, between the comeback for Enhypen and Anteam now, and then the comeback that'll happen in the future, I think I have like a good amount of time to work on this. So I do want to kind of go through these songs and these lyrics, kind of refresh myself, and also it will help me kind of think about how I'm going to go about this video, I think. Especially because the new content with Orange Blood and connecting it to Firework, I feel like there's a lot that could be said here. But yeah, so that's all for Fate. We'll move on to Bite Me next, I believe, for that next lyric video for Enhypen. I could go back to Under the Skin. Let me know which you'd prefer me do next. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me for this lyric analysis. It was a lot of fun. Loved going through the lyrics. Again, I love the lore in their story and their like music videos and their lyrics and stuff. It's really cool to check out. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!